what's going on, guys? Steve C here. So, I'm coming from you guys from a late night, early morning, almost 12:30 in the morning, evening, whatever you want to call it. Some people still think it's evening. I consider it morning because it's 12:27 a.m. It's morning. I don't know. I don't know why some people call it the evening. Probably because it's still dark out. I don't know. But I will say this right now as a disclaimer in this video. If anybody wants to say I'm doing this for subs or views or clout, quote unquote, that is literally the most delusional, borderline mentally insane thing. People will say, oh well, you're just jealous of his subs and views. You want to take views. No. I'm lucky if I can get 100 views on any of my videos. I'm very lucky and very fortunate if I can even get that. It's I until I go back to work, and hopefully it's fairly soon. But I might have to make a decision to make soon. And it might have to be a hard decision to make in terms of work. I do this as a side hobby. Like, for example, yeah, I use it as a side hobby, but guess what? I have Mafia every Monday going through May of next year. That's Mafia 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of content. That's a lot of videos. Mafia 3, I thought I was going to cry about it. I thought I was going to cry. Because it's such a goddamn long game. Now, it's mainly going to work on GTA after that, but I'm like, if it's going until May, why, eh. So, anyways. I don't care. Like, most of the time I'll get 10 or 20 views. If I get a video that happens to go viral, or not viral, but gets a lot of views, that's great, that's grand, that's fucking fantastic. But I do this as a side hobby. That's all I care about. I don't care about anything else. I don't do this for money. Some people probably think I'm making this video for money. I don't care about that. I don't. And something like this is a way for me to vent my fucking bullshit out. It's healthy to do this. So I want to get that out of the way right now. Not doing this for views, not doing this for clout, not doing this for attention. It's what I want, and if it catches on, it catches on. It's whatever. Sorry, excuse me. So, where does it begin? And it really, and some people call bullshit, people will call, that's lying, because it fits their narrative. And I'm only speaking from what I remember, for a fact, and what I think could have happened. But people will say it's lies, people will say it's slander, it's like, people call it bullshit, because they want it to fit their narrative, right? They want it to fit their narrative, and that's and that's another whole point we'll get into with Aiden in a little bit. Is that I can remember so much. I'm 30. I should have the best memory, and I will say this right now. I've had 3 or 4, and people will say that I'm looking for sympathy. I've had 3 or 4 concussions in my life that I can remember. That I can actually remember. That should tell you something. Probably when I go, I'll probably have CTE. I've gotten concussions during sports before. I definitely have CTE, and you never heal from those, and that's probably why sometimes my memory is very spotty. for an almost a 30-year-old. You know, um, and maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it all really started around January or February. It could have been December, but I want to say January or February. Mainly because I'm trying to aim it, and I'm going to try not to mention names, basically out of recent legal events throughout the first couple months of this year up until now. Um, I really don't think it's appropriate. Mainly, like I said, for legal parameters, legal reasons, and it's just not worth mentioning some of these fucking losers because that's what they are. They're losers. Some of these people in these situations are fucking losers who are just delusional and just they think they're better than everybody else. But we'll get into that a little bit. But there was one particular individual that was accusing me of things. Some things, that were uncovered later on. And people will know what I'm talking about, and they will know certain events that I'm talking about. Um, but they were also accusing me of a lot of fucking bullshit that they either did not have proof of, or they weren't sure, and they were looking to put the blame on somebody. Whether, especially if they weren't sure, mainly probably because they didn't like me or had reservations about me being around. And I was around Turtle Boy for a couple years. People can say, well, you were only there for a couple months or, a year. I was there for a couple of years, alright? That I do remember. Um, you know. So that's a little part of their delusion right there. But, this person was, they kept accusing me of shit. And and even when they were accused, the one thing I have regret on is I should have just walked away. This person, the most I will is in their I will say is in their 50s, and they take themselves way too seriously. They kept poking and poking. I can be, the nicest guy in the world, as long as you treat me with dignity and respect. But the way this person was coming across, I don't know if they were stressed out. I don't know if, they had other things on their mind or what the fuck. But they were accusing me of things and they kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And I don't know what their issue was during this time. I don't. I really truly don't. And some people call bullshit on that too. But they shouldn't have acted the way they were. And I think this person is very fucking delusional. And then people can forward. I was people can forward this video and they can say, "Oh, that's a violation." I'm not talking about anyone in particular. I'm keeping my mouth shut. So, what would be the issue? But this person is so fucking delusional. And they are, unfortunately, in Aiden's circle. And they, unfortunately, are responsible for some turtle riders no longer being there. And then Aiden, or Turtle Boy, wonders why some of these people are no longer there. And it's people like this particular person are the reason why people leave and they don't watch Aiden anymore. And Aiden, I don't know the whole deal with this person and Aiden. And I know I'm going off a little tangent. I'm, not, really going back to what I was originally making this video for. But, you know, um, then Aiden wonders why these people aren't around. But I think with this particular person, they start, to be honest, and the more I think about it, and the more I think about it in this video, and as I'm talking, and I am thinking, I do have the capacity to think, unlike some people want to, believe, is the more I think about it, I think this person starts the issues, and then when they run to eight, and I think this person goes a little rogue and does their own digging and does their own information, and maybe we're wrong. Maybe Aiden does join in and digs in on the information and tries to get information on people. I don't know, but knowing how this person operates, if they feel like they're pushed, they will go rogue. They absolutely will. And I'm going to send this link out to people who are turtle riders, to people who are in the inner circle. And they will know who the fuck I'm talking about. But I think this person puts a whole fucking spin on something and runs to Aiden. And then they play the victim, and that's why Aiden goes along with it. That's what I seriously believe. I think that's exactly what happens. That's why Aiden has lost so many turtle riders, myself included, because of this person. But and Aiden definitely knows the situation with this person, and he wholeheartedly fucking supports it. He knows all about it. Like I said recently, I found out that this person was the one who went to Aiden. Before I go on, then I go back to the whole point of the video. Is I'm not going to say where I got this information, but if you guys follow Turtle Boy, right, and you found out that Aiden recently lost his mother a couple weeks ago or something like that, and Aiden, and God bless her fucking soul, may she rest in peace. But about maybe a day or two after, someone can correct me on the record, but someone had the audacity to kill an actual turtle and hang it by a noose on its front lawn. Or not on the front lawn, on the railing in the front lawn, my bad. But there's no nightly coffee for me. It's brewing and I don't like hot coffee, but yeah. So this person, and this is how they fucking tried to fucking get rid of people, is they try to put the blame on people. They want to be taken seriously, so when they accuse people, and the person that they accuse shuts up and stops talking. That's this person's whole fucking strategy. Right? And I'm not going to say where I got this information, but this person had the audacity to go running to fucking Aiden and borderline and give them my information and borderline have him accuse me of doing that. And I will be honest right now, detectives were here. I'm going to be open up front about it. And I've told some turtle riders and free can read people about this. They were here. They questioned me about it. And I was very cooperative. One of the detectives even told me, hey, look, can we call up Uber and call up Lyft and see where you were that particular weekend? And I said, absolutely. Another day or two go by, I call that same detective up. He asked me for the emails for the account. I gave it to him. That's it. And apparently they're taking finger swabs. Now, do I really actually know? Or do I think we will absolutely know or figure out who exactly did this thing? No. I don't think we will. If we don't hear about it in a couple weeks, months, a year from now, I think, especially if they're looking for ring camera footage, um, or they're no supposedly did finger swabs or fingerprint swabs on the railing. That should be an open and shut case on who did it. But um, do I think if we don't hear anything in a couple weeks or months from now, do I think we'll ever hear about who did it? No. And I guarantee you, in the future, if that does happen in the future, if Aiden talks about it, he's gonna be like, "Oh well, they never caught the person." Wow, why wouldn't they catch the person if you know they did all that? It doesn't make sense. And I noticed Aiden's gone on a couple of podcasts playing victim and doing this and doing that. And, you know, he's trying to play it up and trying to play the victim all this. And again, that playing the victim that quickly, and most likely we're not going to figure out who in a couple months, by a couple months or a year from now. It's most likely him that did it. I said it. I think it's him that did it. I think it's him or another turtle rider that did it to try and make sure Aiden gets a little bit more sympathy and a little bit more attention. That's who I think did this. And no, that's what it is. And why I think that's relevant is that's how desperate this person is to get rid of me, because I know Aiden. I don't know if he hates me. I don't know if he hates me. I don't think so. I don't think. And even with the turtle thing, I'll be honest right now. Recently, I talked to Turtle Boy's girlfriend, Meredith, directly on Facebook and explained the situation. She seems a little bit unsure. And I will give her credit. Seems like a sweetheart. And I think she's a little naive. Personally, that's not an insult. But even she was a little unsure. And that's fair, I guess. But all due in time. But again, it's whatever. But I personally think that's what happened, and I know Aiden finds me, and he has said I'm annoying. I can't say he hates me, but he very much finds me very annoying and like like a pest. And a lot of people try to say I copy Aiden. I don't try to copy Aiden. I can bring him up an example, but I don't copy Aiden. If I was copying Aiden, I would actually be knocking on the doors of people, going private property, knocking on doors, harassing people on their private property. You know, I don't do that. And that would be a if I did do that, that would be copying. But I fucking digress. I digress a lot. I do. And at one point, even when these detectives were here, and before I go back to it, and this is something I forgot to mention, is even one of the detectives even asked me, was it fair to say that I once looked up to Aiden as an idol? And at one point, I did. But knowing how he operates now, and how he operates behind the scenes, even when I was over there, Now that I think about it and how he conducts himself now I don't. I just don't. I just don't. It's whatever. And then trust me, I know how a lot of Toro riders act behind the scenes and operate behind the scenes. And that'll be another story for another time if they fucking push me. But that if Aiden really doesn't like someone and he's on board with it, you know, he'll approve it as long as he thinks it will get somebody off his back. He's all for it. He doesn't care how it's done. You know what? He doesn't care how fucking shady it is. He's all for it. He's all fucking for it. He's on board with it. He won't question it. He won't do any of that. Right. And some people may want to disagree with me. I can easily tell for a 30-year-old, almost I can tell. And again, it's pathetic how at 42 how he's okay with it. And a lot of people would be amazed and maybe even shocked to see how he acts behind the scenes. And I will say this right now. Were there certain points where I gave Turbo Boy information when I was over there? Absolutely. There's been times, there's been points. And, you know, am I somewhat guilty in giving him information? Absolutely. However, um, now I do regret that. Absolutely. And what was I gonna say? you know, and it's just really sad how they do things. I don't think people realize it, I guess, but it is what it is, right? But it's I don't know, but anyways. So, and he doesn't like it when I can tell right now. He doesn't like it when people tag him. He doesn't like it when people go after him. I mean, that's kind of obvious from when he's sexually harassed, teenagers, which we'll get into in a little bit. And I've never really known about that particularly anyway. But I just usually go with it because, that seems kind of relevant. But again, it is what it is. So, I mean, that's what it is. And it's like, with another situation that's come up and where I can't really acknowledge another person. Well, I can't really acknowledge them. I just can't talk. Well, I can talk about it, but I just can't mention their name because they'll try and get on there too. But he knows about that shit too. He knows about it. But what's funny about Toro Riders, when they go after certain people, like myself, they don't fucking mention that shit. Like, he doesn't mention it. So, all these people try to chase me away, try to intimidate me, and try to make me regret ever criticizing them. And that's, like, most of these people are, and this is a part of why Aiden doesn't like fucking criticism. As much as he tries to play it off, he doesn't like fucking criticism. He thinks and trust me, Aiden has done, and I can't say I don't like him, but I'm not fond of him right now. He has done a lot of good, and some people will be like, oh, you're still trying to suck his dick. No. He has done a lot of good work. He has exposed a lot of shit. But deep down, that little narcissism and that little piece of narcissism. He thinks he doesn't like or he doesn't deserve to get criticism. As someone who's like 42 or 43, how the fuck he is, he should learn to know, to deal with fucking criticism. You know he doesn't fucking like it. You know and this is a little bit of fucking delusion this guy has, this motherfucker has. That, he literally believes he doesn't deserve the criticism. He thinks he's done so much not get the criticism. But you know he fucking doesn't like it. He hates it. He may not mention it right away, but you can tell just by the way he acts and the way he responds on Twitter, the way he responds on Facebook. He literally does not believe he deserves to get criticism. He believes he should get praise. He really believes he should get attention. He thinks what he's done through his work is above everybody. That's some God complex shit. When you think you're above people, you think you're some type of god, or you think you're type on some God complex where you think you can do no wrong. And even with his own legal troubles, he literally thinks he's done nothing wrong. Whether he genuinely believes that, or it's a troll for a show, to get people to show for his fucking content, I don't fucking know. And I really don't care. And I think it's possible for either fucking way, or both. To be quite perfectly honest, and to be, well, quite fucking perfectly fucking clear. I think it's a little bit of a troll, and I think it's, he genuinely believes that all of these legal troubles, he thinks he's above it. And believes that he's done no fault. Any sane person who's not a delusional narcissist like Aiden, would take accountability and take responsibility. But I think the reason why he is what he is because all these people who have similar traits to him flock to him, and it inflates his fucking ego, inflates his fucking narcissism, and quite frankly, inflates his fucking immaturity, which that's another whole fucking thing. Right? But that's why. Birds of a feather flock together, is that saying. Delusional narcissists all hanging around together. That's what I fucking think. That's what I seriously believe. And maybe he was raised to not take accountability. I mean, don't know. Now, do I think some of his rights? Do I think he should have been arrested and held for all those months? Absolutely fucking not. That's another thing I will borderline side with him now, is because I don't think he should have been, well, arrested. I still, to this day, I've been gone from them for several months. I still think he should not have been arrested. I think he should have been allowed the entire time through, and whatever. But obviously, even then, even him going to see, fucking Lindsay Gattani, the fake victim, I don't think he should have been, arrested for that either during Christmas weekend. I don't. But even then, a sense of that he doesn't feel like he should be held responsible for. It's amazing. But again, these people literally, they act the same, they believe in the same ways. They see him, they see a little bit, how do I say it? These people who are exactly like him, or they share the same traits, see themselves in him. And a lot of these turtle riders are immature, narcissistic, delusional morons like him, and that's why they flock to him, and that's why they think it's so fucking easy to manipulate this guy. Because I can tell you, Turtle Boy, to be honest, I think you're easily being manipulated. Are you? Do you, in turn, are you an easily manipulated motherfucker and um, manipulate people? Absolutely, I think you do. I think you fucking do. Absolutely, I think you do. And there's a big hunk of those tour riders, and then you have a bunch of 30, 40, 50 year olds who, and people can say, well, you're no better than Turtle Boy insulting people. Personally, I think there's another set of turtle riders who are 30, 40, 50 years old who don't have much going on and they don't really talk to anybody and they don't really belong to any social groups and they're just looking for a sense of belonging. And I think they see someone like Aiden and they see someone that gives them purpose and belonging, but then, they're not much better than the people who are delusional narcissists like him, but they take it to an extent where they are so fucking attached to where they want to belong and, not realize they're, you know, but they've never been a part of something. That's why this other hunk of terrorists, in my belief, don't realize that what some of the shit he's doing is wrong. And I don't know how. Maybe that I can't say they're brainwashed, but they get a sense of belonging and they take that very seriously. Is what I'm getting at. But both those sects, I can't really get along with. I can't at all. I don't see the effort. That's why I don't put in the effort. But it is what it is. But I will say this right now, and some people call it bullshit and call it, I'm lying. I will say this right now. I will say this right the fuck now. Um, there are some fucking turtle riders. There are some turtle riders still within it. I'm not gonna fucking name names. I know some people are gonna be naming names. I know Aiden will, if he gets a hold of this, he'll want names. But there are some turtle riders, and again, I'm not going to. But that absolutely hate with how some certain people have treated me and going about the business with me like they have. They can't stand it, they don't like it, but there's not much they can do. And to be honest, I don't want to name names because I don't want them being kicked out from what from what they want to be a part of. They can be a part of turtle, being close, not really close with Aiden, but being a quote unquote turtle rider and following all this. It's they're afraid of being outed. They're afraid of being, Aiden, his inner circle, looking for their shit and outing them, just for even talking to me or even borderline defending me. They don't really want to be. That's how scared they are. And that goes back to my point of criticism and difference of an opinion. As soon as as soon as fucking someone disagrees with Aiden, you don't fucking think he goes looking for their shit? Of course he fucking does. Even if it's a turtle rider, he will go and look for their shit. He's very fucking sneaky and very, very fucking discreet about it. It's just my honest fucking opinion. People can say I'm wrong, but I know Aiden very well enough to know his tactics and his inner circle's tactics. Um, but it is what it is, right? But that's how scared they are. Especially there are some ones in the one where I just mentioned where they want a sense of belonging, and that's why they hang around. But and they're afraid of, some of these people are afraid of Aiden. And they're afraid of the inner circle, of what they can find. That's why they don't say that, and for their own safety, I'm not going to say who they are. But I will say this right now. Some fucking and I will say this, there are some free Karen Reed people that are not fucking turtle riders. There are some people, or even close to a majority, that just fucking tolerate Aiden. They appreciate the attention and the notice that he's given the Karen Reed case. But for the most part, there's a good hunk of them that can't stand fucking Aiden. And a lot of them, they think he's in it for fucking subs and views. That he keeps pushing the Karen Reed thing for subs and views. And even when I was over there, I was like, okay, this is rather enough. Like, let's talk about something else now. But Aiden really does not really want to let the fucking bullshit go and talk about other things. Because this is his fucking cash cow. This is what's giving him the views and subs. Is this whole fucking Karen Reed case. Once this Karen Reed case is over with, he's gonna go back to having, if he's lucky, 2 or 3 fucking thousand people watching. If he's fucking lucky. On a live night. Or a live show. He's gonna be very fucking lucky. He might even go back down to like 1,200, 1,500. You know, it's fucking, it's rather fucking astonishing, really. It honestly fucking is. But, you know, I don't know, and I think that's why. And he's delusional to think if his numbers will go back down. And then, here's the funny thing. There's people, tour riders, who take these things way too seriously, who take the Karen Reed thing way too fucking seriously, to where they think his numbers won't go down. And then, knowing Aiden, and because, for example, right, Aiden recently, complained about how, he thought Twitter was shadow banning him because his name wasn't popping up in the search. I guarantee you, either Aiden complained to Twitter thinking they're shadow banning him for, like, the Commonwealth, or whatever the fuck it was. When it was probably just a fucking glitch. I personally think it was a glitch or a fucking software error on, Twitter's side of things. I still call it Twitter. It will always 100% be Twitter for me. It's not going to change for me that much. Alright? It's just not at all for me. You know? It's just not at all. Because that's how delusional and crazy these people are. I think it was probably just a glitch that didn't, they probably updated the system or and his name didn't pop up. And he probably genuinely thought that. He probably thought some random fucking conspiracy, and it's just fucking, shadow ban him. And the reason why I saw that is, I was watching his comments on his threads on Twitter, bitching, complaining about it, and some people were basically not word for word, but they were alluding to Twitter's shadow banning you, the Commonwealth is at play. It's like, people have to be that delusional or that stupid to believe any of that. I seriously just think it was a glitch, but Aiden. He's that fucking delusional, and he's to an extent that far gone. I don't know, but probably more delusional than anything, right? That's delusion at play. It's just my opinion. It's. Hold on, real quick. I have to go check something. It is what it is. And they're like, oh, well, people are trying to silence him. It's like, nah, it's either the amount of either delusion amongst turtle riders or just, the sheer stupidity of turtle riders. And I will say this too. The moment you criticize turtle riders and talk shit about turtle riders, they're hell bent on getting your shit. They're hell bent on making sure you ever regret calling out Aiden, regret talking shit about Aiden. They'll do that to anybody. Hell, even when I was over there, I hate to admit, but even I was doing that, and I regret that. It's just I don't fucking understand it. Why they think they're justified in going after people who simply disagree. And that's another fucking thing I don't fucking like about the time I was over there, and one of the many reasons why I inevitably wanted to split. And some people will be like, "Oh, well, you're kicked out," whatever. No, I wanted to split, and I was actually thinking about splitting, because I just couldn't deal with the fucking hypocrisy anymore. I couldn't fucking deal with it. But these people, once you disagree with them on the littlest thing, Aiden will fucking degrade you. Aiden will fucking talk shit. He'll degrade you. He'll make you feel like shit. Then he'll start looking for your shit. And like I said earlier, he'll look for your shit. Even if you think you're cool with him, he'll start looking for your shit. I'm not fucking lying about that. I'm not. And I know he does this for a fact. I know. But it's just the hypocrisy on difference of fucking opinion, or even if someone fucking throws a little childish fucking insult, Toradors will start fucking going bad shit fucking insane. I will say this right now. I will say this right the fuck now. Aiden and Toradors are definitely not fucking First Amendment. They are not pro First Amendment. At all. They also seem to think that they can look for information and dig up dirt on people and degrade people for having a difference of opinion. Even when I was over there and people were figuring out that I was, talking to the, anti-Karen side, they didn't fucking like that too much. Do you think the fucking person that I mentioned earlier? Not the second one, but the first person. You don't think are they, didn't know about it and weren't monitoring, or they didn't have you monitoring of me talking to the other side and disagreeing about the Karen Reed case? I'm someone that fucking believes in fucking dialogue, true for speech, dialogue, healthy fucking opinion, healthy fucking arguments, and healthy opinions, and having healthy debates. They don't believe in that. Like I said a moment ago, they believe in degrading people. They believe in talking shit. They believe you're, a mole if you even talk to the other side. How fucking brainwashed and delusional is that? Even the anti-Karen Reed people, some of them I were talking to, respected my fucking opinion that I thought Karen, and still think Karen is innocent. Karen Reed is innocent. I do wholeheartedly fucking believe that. I do wholeheartedly believe that. And I think she is going to get, in the end run, going to get off and be scot-free. I seriously believe that. I truly, genuinely believe that. But the people never on the anti-Karen Reed side never faulted me for having a different opinion, and they didn't mind that when I was over there that I was cool or a follower of Aiden. The only people that had an issue were the Turtle Riders of me talking to them, the other side. How can you be so fucking delusional? Of, not wanting healthy fucking dialogue. And trying to restrict, from one side talking to the other. I believe in that. And to be honest, I've honestly believed in that. And that to me, believing in that and having healthy dialogue and discussing things are truly First Amendment. But when Turtle Riders or Aiden are called names and are, quote unquote, negatively attacked, Aiden and Turtle Riders cry victim and try to make themselves to be the fucking victims. Like, when you do the same shit and get tossed back all over free speech and debates and people talking to one another because you can't get your fucking way, because that's another thing when it comes to this whole free speech and Aiden, is you don't agree with them and you don't agree with him, we're coming after you. We're tossing shit in your fucking face. And they think they're justified in that. How can you justify that for having a difference, a motherfucking damn opinion? How? And you toss the same childish bullshit at them? They still cry victim. And I'm not saying either side is fucking right or wrong. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Both sides are wrong on doing that with each other. Both sides are one and the fucking same, aside from free speech. They both operate the same fucking way. And that brings us to my next fucking point. These two sides don't fucking realize how much they are the fuck alike. They don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. They're both fucking the Free Karen Reed and Turtle Riders and fucking Aiden. They don't fucking realize, and the anti-Karen Reed and the Kate Peters of the fucking side, and whatever the fuck it is. They don't fucking realize how they both fucking operate the same fucking way. They're just on different fucking sides of the fucking coin. There's the two same fucking sides of a coin. No one's fucking different than the fucking other. They both do all the same shady shit. They both do, the same childish shit. And it's fucking pathetic. But I think the free anti-Karens act a little bit more mature. Not by much than Turtle Riders. I hate to say that. I absolutely do. You know, but like, it just amazes me. But to another point too that I want to talk about, and I know I've been ranting for almost an hour now, is Aiden gets extremely in his inner circle get extremely jealous. And to be like I said earlier, I think Aiden's doing this for a lot of cash cows and cash grabs and attention, mainly attention. But then when they have someone who normally sides with Karen, and I'm not gonna mention these people, I'll just call them the Rocks. I'm not gonna mention them. When no, they seem to think some Aiden and some people think, and Aiden was cool with the Rocks, and at one point, but somewhere along the line, and I don't, someone can correct me on the record, that even he turned on them. I don't know if someone got into his head. I don't know if he just naturally turned. I don't know. I don't know. But he turned on them, and some people I noticed from before, they were like, oh, well, they were on, they were doing this and that, they were on this show. It's like they're coming in to Turtle Boy and Aiden for attention. And I can tell you this right now. I've talked to a few people who can't stand Aiden, but anything that his Turtle Riders and Aiden have said about them, you know, are not true. The people that I've talked to that are very close to the Rocks, um, the Rocks do believe in Karen's innocence. They're not doing this for clout. They're not doing this for subs and views. They're not doing this for attention on social media. They genuinely believe in her innocence. But it's funny, Aiden and Turtle Riders in his inner circle all believe that. But who are the ones that are really looking, in my opinion, for um, uh, attention and relevancy? It's them, and they don't want to let go. Aiden and them don't want to let go because they know they'll fade back into being irrelevant, into being losers, into being not, essentially being unknowns again. They're afraid of that. You think Aiden's fucking afraid of that? Why do you think he bitches about the Rocks, one of the Rocks, being on fucking national legal TV? I'm not gonna say which one. And he's not featured there anymore. You know? Hell, even, and I hate to say even her name, but fucking even he was bitching about fucking Kate Peter, Mass Troll Mafia, or otherwise she goes by. Um, you know, getting on there and getting more attention. And it's only a matter of time before he begs that national legal network to ban one of the Rocks off of their shows. Because it takes away the attention because he thinks he's entitled to all the attention. He definitely doesn't hates having to share the attention. Because when it comes to people like let's say the Watcher or L LTL. Deep down, do you think Aiden likes these people coming into the Karen Reed case and having their own following and their bullshit? You know, all over the place and in ways overtaking him. He fucking hates that. He thinks all the attention and all the focus and uh even Sean M. Do you think Aiden hates sharing the fucking credit with all these other channels that have been talking about the Karen Reed case? No, he doesn't. He fucking, knowing him, and I know him very well, he fucking hates these people getting attention because he thinks it digs into his numbers, and that's why he lashes out. But what have I been, like, he wants these people to just go away. But, I've been ranting for about an hour, guys. I think I covered probably most. I probably am forgetting some things. But, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.